In the top right of the map, here on Habitation Station, sporting the purple colors and the Protoss pieces, it is Shadver.
Cool.
Top left of the map. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hey, up to you. Go ahead. You can
No,
have
you do it. You do it. You do
it.
it.
All right. Sporting the light pink Terran. Looking at Day 9 LC's DaveSprite.
So, yeah, for those of you who are not necessarily familiar with that clan in particular, because there's like a bunch of Day 9 clans, majority of them are arcade clans or just for fun clans. That's the latter clan. Those are the intense guys. They actually go play. So they were so it's pretty good group of kids that they got together. I got to play with them a little bit a couple days ago.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Dial Up the other night.
Ha! Yes.
That
Oh
was
no.
that was interesting.
Yeah. Dial Up, for those of you who don't know, is another day night who is primarily known for streaming Super Mario 64 and Elder Scrolls Online. And she's the only person I've ever met who has the exact same reaction to alcohol and caffeine. Like it makes her lose her mind. She just goes bananas.
There was a little bit of that, yeah.
So yeah, I imagine that was a fairly interesting evening
Yeah,
for you guys.
you combine Dial Up with alcohol with Runling Run.
So, oh, you played that after? I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I
we
wonder how
did.
long you played God's Land because
Oh
that
man,
game's like I can only tolerate it for so long, and I'm amazed people can play it.
yeah, I couldn't do that. No, but
For those of you curious, yes, we're playing arcade games.
yeah.
If you haven't pieced that together, you're like, "What's Godland?" I'll be like, don't play it. Just don't play it. Spare yourself some trouble."
So the Terra not seeing too much of anything. We've got a gateway and an assimilator out for the Protoss player. Cybernetics were just now finishing up.
So pretty much what we're gonna watch from here, and yeah, okay, Chrono boosting a stalker out. He's not doing the two gas thing, but this is probably more or less just to do some light pressure at the front, just to see what his opponent is up to.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt this is gonna go into a crazy gateway attack because he's not Chrono boosting Warp Gate. So yeah, looking like he's setting up for an expansion, I think.
Shadver hasn't scouted yet, so the Stalker isn't necessarily a read on the Reaper unless they've played together before.
No, if it was, he'd definitely be keeping it back in the base. Actually, because if you've got nothing against that Reaper, it will get 3 or 4 probe kills and
Right,
regular
definitely.
gold.
These things are scary if you control them properly.
That and a Banshee, a really well-controlled Banshee, if it gets somebody unawares, it is actually a lot more dangerous than a DT. It gets the hell away from detection really
Well, it's not
easily.
only that. There's actually a micro challenge.
Oh yeah, that one where you run from Marines. That's
Yeah.
almost impossible to do in a practical situation, but it's still kind of neat.
Get the
No.
Reaper. Whoa. Full up and full surround by the probes.
Wow, that's almost impossible to pull off.
That
It
was
almost
awesome.
never works, and I don't think that killed anything. That's really nice for Shadver.
Actually,
A little lucky, but
I think he got one probe. Because there's only 1 out of 3 in that gas now.
nope. He's if you bring up the workers kill tab, he's actually not lost any.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stalker's moving out across the map.
So yeah, this is the 3 stalker kind of faint pressure, and that barracks is going to finish. And as soon as that's up, I mean, it's going to get the Marines in there, and wow, it doesn't even lose one. Nice control.
Right, Marines in the bunker. That's gonna stop this push right out. Shadver going for an expansion behind this. But his Terran friend is already ahead of him in that respect.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that third command center is going to sit up there for a while. He's basically gonna. I think they usually keep it up there until. Wait, no. I was watching him build an orbital. I thought he was building a command
I
center.
was gonna say
Never
there's
mind.
a command center I missed
But
somewhere.
if he does grab a third, they'll usually hold onto it on the high ground until they can put some pressure on the Protoss, keep him in his base, so he can't attack it. But that'll be later. For now, Robotech.
Tech chrono boosting out this observer.
So pretty much you have kind of like a response set up between the two players, with depending on the tech that the Protoss goes for. If he goes for Robo, gonna probably see the Terran pick up some Vikings. If he goes down the Twilight Council path, then he'll probably start picking up Ghosts a little bit earlier. And eventually they'll end up with both, most likely. But sometimes you can see one player get a really large edge and try to go for a timing attack.
Right. I do like Robo play a lot versus Terran, though. It's very Wings of Liberty, but I think it's the most comfortable for me as a Protoss player as well. It's very effective.
It's certainly very stable, and nothing else lets you get into that detection pretty quickly as well. Like, going down the Twilight Council route does have that risk. You have to rely on the cannons for a bit until you can get a Robo.
Right.
So it does make things a little bit less flexible. Plus, if in that situation, if they do go for Banshees, they can lock you in your base. So then you can be kind of in an awkward situation where they can grab a third and you can't do anything about it.
This observer is picking up everything. He sees all these barracks going down, that factory that's been started, and
nice
scans,
positioning.
and it's gone.
Good job.
But not before it sees everything.
Yeah, it got the important bit, got the scout off. You'd like to keep that a little bit longer, just so he can pick up on the exact timing of when the medevacs go out. But if he understands his timings well, then he should be able to estimate based on what he's seen that it's going to come at him. But we'll have to wait and see.
Stim going down for the Terran player, as well as +1 for the Protoss. And a first Colossus coming out.
Colossus grabbing range. Now, yeah, nice timing on this. Actually, if he does this completely correctly, if there's a push at about 10 minutes, he'd actually have 2 Colossus. Oh, nope, there's going to be a push now.
Big bio ball.
This is actually an awkward situation, and where's the Mothership Core in relation to this army? Okay, it isn't range for Photon Overcharge. He's going to need that. And it looks as if DaveSprite's actually going to push these. He's going to run straight up to the Mothership Core and try and eliminate it. This is a pretty bold play.
Colossus needs to come out right now.
Oh, no.
He's going to lose it.
Oh, this is like the worst
Just
situation.
before... Oh, he canceled it. Oh, no.
Nice.
Could have
He doesn't want to lose that, but no, he could lose a Robo Bay. Unfortunately, his army's been pretty much trapped in the high ground here. With this number of stalkers, they actually can't kill that if there's some good targeting on there.
Right, and the robotics finally falls. Placement coming out immediately after.
So I'd actually say that if you can delay the upgrades, no, okay, there's another pile of powering everything. Losing that army hurts a lot, but delaying the Colossus production by that long is probably actually worth it if you can get another army up pretty quickly.
So do you think it was smart to cancel that Colossus with the bio right there? Or...
Yeah, he would have just annihilated.
I don't know. I feel like he should have maybe let that finish. Maybe if he could have run away. It didn't look like DaveSprite was paying.
He could try, but like it's a gamble for sure.
Right. Okay.
And if anything, here's what I would think. And to be honest, we don't know. It would depend on if it actually happened or whether or not he was paying attention. That's what it comes down to. But suppose for a second that because if you remember, he wasn't actually targeting it. He was actually just walking past and doing the stutter step.
Right.
So it probably would have targeted the Colossus, but if he did get away with it, definitely would be worth it, because he'd be able to push out, keep the army out of his face for a while and probably trade even better. Otherwise, at least it's kind of a safe play to at least still have the resources so you can build something else. So I can't blame him for that.
So in lieu of this, Shadver is going for a third, as DaveSprite pushes out again.
Yeah, and this makes a lot of sense to do this, because he knows the Colossus has been delayed, and...
and he does have medevacs now, so these bio units can be healed. Healed after they stem, so...
Don't think there's any... Is there blink on the stalkers? It doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Basically, we're in a situation here with, as the medevac count picks up... Oh, and the Nexus finishes.
Straight for the third. No ability to cancel this Nexus. That's 400 mineral sink right there. Loss is coming out. I'm gonna try and clean it up, but the Nexus is definitely down.
Get it, yeah. You did lose the medevac, but and you probably will lose actually a lot of the rest of this, because there isn't anything to help it run away.
Blink would be so perfect right now.
Yep.
People to chase that stuff away.
Get the rest of the army. Surprised he's running back up in this direction. Oh, he might be able to snipe this just as it's rebuilt. What? Nice.
Right back for it.
And he forces cancel, and then he's going to get the probe, which delays it by another 20-30 seconds.
This is so annoying for Shadver.
That's very nicely done, though, by our Terran player.
Oh, he's just camping out there. He's waiting for it. The probe's taken out.
But another probe's coming. Oh, it's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna leave my army here. Go away.
We got Storm on the way.
So as frustrating as this is for the Protoss, he is actually getting the important pieces of his tech up, but you'll notice that the army is a little thinner than it should be. It's a result of not having that third base with the gas on it. If it goes by this long, you start to see some holes in the Protoss army.
Surprisingly, though, the army supplies are pretty darn near even. So.
Ooh, the SCV pool. Here we go.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
Ooh, really all in SCV.
He's
pool.
all for this.
This is actually great if you can hit just before these High Templar actually have the energy for Storm. Once they have Storm, this is not.
This is over once Storm hits, right? Oh, there goes the storms.
Thing is,
SCV's trying to surround.
The SCVs are mostly there just to tank the hits from the Colossus as much
Colossus
as
are doing
seem to have
so
done that,
much
actually.
damage, though.
It's keeping them alive, but the ground army's pretty much gone for kind of for both players at DaveSprite.
GG's, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, given that many losses, workers can